Okay, Raleigh, we are smack bang in the middle of summer loving, and we would love an endless summer, having grown up on the beaches of Australia. And we recently wrote a blog post with a summer bucket list of things to do in Raleigh. We know it's hot, it's humid, and you're tempted to stay inside in your AC, but there's a vibrant Raleigh lifestyle to get out there amongst it, and some cool things to do to cool down in summer.
Totally. And what's so great about where we live in Raleigh is our summer's kind of extended. It really does go to the end of October. So don't fear. I panic when it hits July because I think, oh my God, summer's almost over and I haven't appreciated it enough. But no, we've got all the way to October to enjoy the summer-like weather.
A little late recording this episode, but officially summer ends on September 22, but as you said, hopefully it will go longer.
Oh, yeah, it does. Well, Raleigh throws in its little fake fall things in the interim, but yeah. Yeah,
but no, we love summer. It's probably our favourite season throughout the year. Fall would be a close second. I do love fall as well, with fall. the college stuff going on and all the festivals and the colours. The only thing about fall is that you're one step closer to winter, which we don't like.
And fall is way too short in Raleigh.
Yeah.
Most of our fall is really warm. Like it's more summer than fall, but
yeah.
Anyway.
We love the humidity of summer, the heat, and the afternoon thunderstorm here and there.
Totally. We're really loving it so much at the moment. Our AC broke, the downstairs AC. So that's how much we love summer. We've gone back to our hardcore Aussie roots. We've just got a few fans going and sweating our butts off every day. It's delightful.
Yeah, who wants to take us in for a few weeks? We got a nice quote to get the AC repaired the other day, which is one of those unexpected expenses and it hurts. But we grew up in Australia. No one has AC or central heating. And I remember the long, hot, sweaty nights basically laying in your underwear, trying to get to sleep and sticking to the sheets.
Totally uncomfortable. I don't know how I did it for all those years. My parents didn't even have a fan.
I hate going to your parents' place on Christmas Day because obviously Christmas is summertime in Australia and it'd be like high 90s,
degrees.
Hot. Everyone in the house trying to eat a hot Christmas lunch and you're just like, may as well just go and sit in a sauna.
Sweating. Mum did bring out the fan for Christmas though. That was our special treat.
One little pedestal fan for a dozen people.
Oh my gosh. But anyway, we're back to those hardcore days and now we're like, fed up, I've had it. So friends brought over a portable AC for us.
Yeah, we've got a portable. Actually, the AC still works upstairs. So we can sleep. All the bedrooms are upstairs, which is fine. And I'd rather that than the AC be working downstairs and not upstairs. Mm-hmm. So we're managing.
Things like this happen when you own a house. It really makes me miss our backpacking days when our only expenses was a hostel bed and a beer at sundown.
Yeah, and it's always the way, isn't it? Like this comes on top of, we had to get some work done on our crawl space. We had to scrape some fungi off the floor joists and get a dehumidifier put in the crawl space. Mm. And our attic, we had a few bats up in the attic, so we had to get them out and put the gauze screens on the like the louver things that go on the roof and stuff. So there's always something.
There's always something. And so now we have to put off our house renovations.
Yeah. All right, summer.
But this is life. Let's get back to fun in summer. Goodness me. It was a little down in the doldrums moment.
Where's the nearest brewery? A brewery. I need a cold beer already.
Well, that is one of our things on the list because Raleigh does have a lot of great breweries and many with outdoor spaces. Some may even have fans. I don't know. Some may have live music. So I reckon get out and enjoy your day and then in the afternoon go and chillax at a brewery.
Yeah. I wrote a blog post. There's 20 plus something local breweries just in Raleigh.
Yep.
And more outside of like Raleigh, like in, the outlying towns and stuff. But yeah, some have tap rooms. You got AC. If you want your AC in a tap room, go and sit in a tap room and taste the beers. Or a lot of family friendly style breweries too with outdoor beer garden areas, and a lot of them have food trucks, even live music.
Markets.
You mentioned pop-up markets. Yeah, we love a good brewery
and fun things. And I'm so disappointed we missed this. I only caught it after the event, but Bond Brewery had their 1K flip-flop run this weekend.
Yeah, we missed that.
We've done it before though, so keep an eye out for that next year. It is loads of fun.
Yeah,
that could be on the summer bucket list.
I'll link to our blog post on the breweries. It's got a directory of all the breweries there. And put that in the show notes so you can check them out.
Yep. And so I mentioned like earning your beer. So on our summer bucket list, we have a couple of ways in which you can earn your beer. Hiking. There's lots of great hiking trails. A lot of people are like, I'm not hiking in summer. It's way too hot. The air's too thick. But I reckon if you get out early morning, it's actually quite a nice time to hike. And you get the beautiful lush forest. I mean, there's hiking in the cooler months, which is always great. But I love hiking when the forest is so lush and green.
Yeah. Going early is the key. And the other great thing about doing that is you basically have the trails to yourself. Because we did the Sycamore Trail in Umstead early. Well, not too early, but we basically passed 2 people on the whole 6-mile hike.
Same with the Lob Lolly. The Lob Lolly was our favourite. We didn't see hardly anyone on that one.
Yeah. You don't want to be hiking at like 2 or 3 p.m. when it's brutal.
No, don't do that.
Maybe later on, because it's what time's sunset? It's pretty late. Like you could go early evening, should be fine, but it's still pretty warm. But yeah. Yeah, we try and go like 8 a.m. something like that at the
Even
latest.
earlier
if you can.
Yeah,
and midweek too if you can. If you want to beat the crowds, particularly at Umstead on a weekend, can get busy sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. Although summer, I think it is a little quieter because no one wants to go out and deal with the heat. But nothing like getting a good sweat up. It's good for you.
Yeah.
Clean out the toxins.
Like a natural sauna. It's beautiful.
For sure.
Of course, you've heard us mention before, we love the Lake Loop trails, Lake Johnson, Lake Lynn, Shelley Lake and Bond Lake and Carey.
You can even bike them.
Mm-hmm.
It's another way to get the air moving around you. Then while you're at Lake Johnson, another thing on our list is paddleboarding.
Oh, yeah, love a sup.
Yeah. Or there's the one we spoke about on our recent podcast. Haven't got a blog post about it yet. I do plan to do it. But Robertson Mill Pond Preserve.
Yeah.
Go and paddle out there. And that's quite shady too. Like you're going through the cypress forest, so might get a bit of a relief from the sun.
Yeah. Robertson Mill Pond Preserve, it's like a hidden gem. It's out near Wendell. It's only like 30 minutes from downtown Raleigh, but it's like a cypress swamp. It's amazing. And you follow the buoys. There's like 62 buoy markers that you...
Buoys.
Don't
they call them buoys here?
Buoys.
So they kind of think there's little boys.
We spoke about this in a previous episode,
Pond,
how we mess up the terminology and names of things. Say it for me.
Buoys. The buoys.
I'm saying boys. You know those little markers in the water that have numbers on them?
It's Australian for boy.
But yeah, you can kayak or stand-up paddleboard at Robertson Mill Pond Reserve. But yeah, you've heard us say Lake Johnson's our favourite place because we lived on Lake Johnson for 4 years. We love going
there. We haven't been there for a while. We need to get back there actually.
But other cool places are Bond Lake and Carey, as I've mentioned. Lake Crabtree, Jordan Lake, Falls Lake, and Lake Wheeler too. You can do it.
And while we're on the lakes, also on our bucket list is obviously swimming at Lake Jordan. So Raleigh has a lot of lakes. They're great. Most of them you can't swim in. But, and then about 20 minutes south of downtown, 20 to 30 minutes south, is Lake Jordan. So there's lots of swimming beaches there. It's quite a big lake. You can go boating, do all your water activities. But there's a couple of nice swimming beaches there too.
Yeah, Ebenezer Beach is one that we've been to a few times that we like. It's a nice place to go swimming, but yeah, as you mentioned, it's hard to find places to swim, and unless you live in a community that has its community pool or you pay a membership fee for a pool, it's hard to find places to swim.
It is, and we all need it. But you could do the old Aussie way, is just run through the sprinkler.
Yeah.
If you need to cool down.
Well, I did buy a new sprinkler the other day for the front lawn.
There we go.
That brings back memories.
Run through the sprinkler, stick your head in the freezer. I did that. Mum, can you just put the fan on as I'm shoving my head in the freezer to try and cool down? True story.
We've got a big chest freezer in the garage. It's, good for the job. But, some people have mentioned Falls Lake too as a swim, but we've got a friend who works in the water treatment industry, and he said, I wouldn't be swimming in Falls Lake with the quality of the water.
Yeah.
And definitely not Lake Crabtree, because
it
has a history of some industrial runoff there that they're still trying to clean up.
Yeah.
So Lake Johnson for the win. Sorry.
Definitely
Jordan Lake for the swim.
Jordan Lake for the swim. Definitely know your lakes and where you can and can't swim and where's good for you to swim. Another way to enjoy the lakes is we talk about a lot. Let's go camping. You can camp at Falls Lake. Carr Lake is our favourite. and Lake Gaston we just recently experienced as well. Both of those are relatively close to Raleigh. I think Gaston is the furthest away, about 90-minute drive. Easy for a short camping getaway or longer if you want.
Oh, Jordan Lake, you can camp there.
Oh yeah, of
hundreds
course,
of
Jordan Lake.
hundreds of campsites at Jordan Lake. That's the closest, like 20 minutes.
And then, of course, the sunset at the lake. So we had a nice sunset experience at Crabtree Lake.
Yeah, I
didn't we?
got a nice shot from Lake Crabtree Lake at sunset, and it's kind of near. There's like a launch area for the kayaks, and I don't know the actually name of the little beachy area.
I think it's the main area.
But it's pretty easy to find to drive in the main entrance. Yeah, beautiful sunset there. You can also get a good sunset from Lake Raleigh, another hidden gem on NC State Centennial Campus.
Yes, I just had a thought about that, Lake Raleigh, that a lot of people don't actually know it's real. And I had someone kind of have a cheeky go at me on TikTok like I was making up Lake Raleigh. There was no such thing as Lake Raleigh. They were very cheeky. So I had fun responding to them and just politely told them how it would be a good idea to research things quickly on Google before you tried to be a smart aleck. But there you go. Lake Raleigh's real, guys. It's in NC State campus.
And why wouldn't there be one? Like the name of the city with all these lakes, and it's on NC State campus, home of the Wolfpackers.
But to be fair, we did live here for many, many years and never heard of it.
Yeah,
we
well,
didn't know about it. So I just want to say, just make a quick Google search before you be a little smart to people.
Yeah, before you get start criticising people, get the facts. I had somebody else, another story I'm not going to talk about right now. I had somebody else have a go at me the other day, but, get the facts before you jump out
Just
and
a little
abuse
research. Like 5 minutes research. That's all it takes. But anyway, back to our summer bucket list. Just to let you know, we do have a PDF printout of this bucket list. And so you can head on over to our summer bucket list post, which will be in the show notes description, and you can get access to the bucket list there. So then you can print it off and have it on your wall, in your wallet, wherever you want to put it. And if you're wondering, gosh, what can I do? Summer's nearly over. I haven't enjoyed it enough. We've got over 30 ideas for you. So that's that.
No excuse to be laying on the couch under your AC.
No.
Life's to be lived.
Life is to be lived, and Raleigh has a lot of living to offer. Pullen Park. We can get on the lake at Pullen Park.
You can. Get on the pedal boats, although they're not that relaxing. They're hard work.
Really hard work.
Because you have like one gear, and it's like you're pedaling uphill the whole time.
Yeah. I think they were one of the hardest pedal boats we did at Pullen Lake. But gosh, we had a lot of fun laughing trying to do it, for sure.
Wow. Yeah, but they've got their lake there in Pullen Park, and if you haven't heard of Pullen Park, it's a famous amusement park and the oldest one in North Carolina, one of the oldest in the country. Yeah,
and as we say amusement park, we actually don't mean roller coasters or anything, just the carousel and a little choo-choo train.
Yeah, a little choo-choo train. And then playgrounds and swings.
Yep.
We spent a lot of years there back in the early days when the kids were young.
Really great for families. And I think it's really pretty park. Like on the lake area, there's a little trail around there, I think. And there's beautiful plants and it's quite pretty.
Yeah.
And
lovely
then there's
trees.
the big picnic area at the back, beautiful trees and stuff. So great spot for a picnic as well. You can find some shade under the trees.
Yeah, there's shelters there you can hire online. So we made the mistake of having our daughter's second birthday there one time in the middle of summer. First birthday. Yeah. And, of course, ordered an ice cream cake. And how do you think that went? When it was 90 degrees.
Yeah. Was it an ice cream cake?
It was an ice cream cake.
That was really a silly decision of ours.
It was silly.
I thought it was just a cake that melted.
No, it was an ice cream cake.
Okay, there we go. We're still learning every day.
Which quickly became just a
puddle
bowl of mush.
Yeah, that was a really hot day. But look, we all had a fun time. We all survived. Across the road, Dorothy Dix Park. Lots of things happen there in the summer, actually. Good idea for you to check their website because they do have, I think it's free. They have free yoga classes. You can even do guided walks around there. Because we put out a monthly events post for the month. The August one has just landed. Again, join our email community so you can get access to that and our weekly event updates. But anyway, so I check their website a lot. for what events are happening and stuff. And they have a lot of cool things. They have guided hikes. They have stargazing sometimes of an evening, and then movies at night time, and a few festivals and stuff too. So keep checking in to see what they've got going on. But at the moment, you may just miss it, actually, the sunflowers.
Bloom would be past, I imagine. But
here's a backup plan for you, and they're probably just hitting peak now, and I actually find them prettier, the sunflower at the North Carolina Museum of Art. So I find them prettier because the sunflowers are in a field of wildflowers. So you get these beautiful splashes of pink and red and all these wonderful colours with these sunflowers bursting out in the middle. And of course, while you're there, you can do the Art to Heart bike trail, you can do the trails around the museum, or go inside for some relief in the AC and the actual galleries. And they do concerts of an evening too. They do concerts, they do movies on a big screen. So both Dick's and the NC Art Museum are super cool. And you have a picnic. We've had picnics at Dick's Park before on the big field. And their sunset just above the sunflower. And you get a great view of downtown Raleigh skyline from Dick's. The sunset's pretty. It's really worth checking that out. And for sunset, we've spoken about a couple of sunsets, but what about sunrise? One of your favourite spots? Sunrise, I mean, obviously it's tough. Like you know, we're way inland from the ocean and stuff. I've been to Boylan Bridge, which is one of the best places to see a view of the Raleigh skyline downtown. I've got up early a few times and flown my drone there, so you can... That's on the bucket list, sunrise at Boylan Bridge. Grab a coffee. Or you'll have to bring your own, actually, because I was just figuring this out. No, but they have that coffee place right near there. Yeah, but I don't know what time they open. I have to double check that because I forgot about them. But there's a coffee spot in Rebus, Boylan Heights. Maybe can you bring that up quickly? I'm just going to search it. But yeah, because sunrise at the moment is 6 something, and the earliest coffee shop in downtown is the Morning Times. They don't open till 7. So I made my own coffee at home, drove downtown, watched the sunrise, and then you can walk into downtown easy and go to the Morning Times for coffee and breakfast. Yeah, gosh, America, let's get into the early morning. Weird. The rest of them don't open till like 8, 9, especially on a weekend. I'm like, interesting. And we've spoken about this on the podcast before, but if you haven't heard that episode or just new to us, we've spoken about how Australia is such an early morning culture, and we lived in Queensland, which didn't do daylight savings, which meant during the summer our sunrise was at 4:30 a.m., which I loved. You go outside 4:30 a.m. and it is like Times Square, peak hours, people out everywhere, and our coffee shops are open. Yeah, but on the flip side, they'd close at like 2 p.m. True. Where in the US here, you could probably get a coffee at 10 p.m. at night if you wanted to. Not what I want to do, but you Not could. What you should be doing. Maybe a decaf. Or Irish coffee. Yeah, now that I'll do because I think the whiskey. I'm like, we need a coffee shop open and down. Anybody listening, we need a good coffee option. Anywhere. Perhaps Kaz and Craig could start one up. We have done a barista course before. No, you don't want us making new coffees. We are coffee snobs. No. Maybe we should put the snobbery to the test. What do you reckon? Leave a comment. Should we open up a coffee shop? No, I just complain about the coffees that and I don't want to be on the other side of the counter. Yeah, if you complain about how you don't like something, it's an opportunity there for you to change. Anyway, let's move on to our bucket list. So one thing I really love, I haven't done this summer, but I plan to make it happen, is the volunteering. It's great to give back to your community. Good way to volunteer and enjoy the summer experience is at Raleigh City Farm, North Person Street area, at their Wednesday night wine and weeds. Now, what more motivation do you need to go weeding than to do it with a glass of wine in your hand? Yeah, any excuse for some alcohol. Good service at the same time. Yeah, we did that with the kids one time. It was cool. Like, it's very easy. It's not. They didn't do the wine part. No, they didn't do the wine part. They did the weeding. And we told them what to do while we drank the wine. Yeah. Get a few buckets, they give you some gloves, and you just pull some weeds out for an hour and they give you some wine. Yeah, and really great for the kids. Our teen didn't like it that much, but our youngest did. She had a ball playing in the garden, and they do get the wine from the wine shop, which is just 2 doors up, so keeping it local. And Raleigh City Farm does donate a lot of their produce, their to like non-profit food-related organisations around the city, which is also great.
Yeah, and it's in a great location. It's near North Person Street, one of our favourite streets, like right next to Standard Beer and Food, if you're familiar with that. Near Two Roosters, so you can get an ice cream. The wine shop you mentioned, Pelagic Beer, bottle shop. Like,
And there's
great
cool
area.
boutique local stores there. You can do a bit of shopping
Yes,
as well.
Edge of Urge, is it?
Yep, Edge of Urge, and then the cool one across the road. It's owned by Edge of Urge, which is more male focused.
Yep.
And a bookstore and good place to hang out. Let's just go indoors for a minute. It's weird for an Australian to spend time indoors during summer, but when you have broken AC, you're kind of seeking out the places. Families want to get to Marbles, Kids Museum. We do get there a lot with our kids.
Yeah, if you got young kids, you can't beat Marbles. Great museum, like multiple levels of entertainment for kids, probably up to about the age of 12-ish. But when our kids were young, we were in there all the time.
Yeah, it's really great. And then, you know, happy kids, happy parents. You can just kind of sit back and relax a bit while they... Oh, go with a sibling or a friend just so you can relax.
Yeah. And then the IMAX is there too,
Yep.
if they've got something showing. So if you want to hide out in AC for a couple of hours, that's a good option.
Yep. Staying indoors, keeping active. There's indoor rock climbing, which our girls have always loved. We used to put them into camp there at Morrisville Rock Climbing. So they have Triangle Rock Climbing. They have one at Morrisville and North Raleigh, I believe.
Yes.
Great time, whether you have kids or not. Great thing to do during the summer.
Yeah. And then, of course, the museums in Raleigh,
Yep.
staying indoors for the time being. A lot of awesome free museums in Raleigh. One of the best is the Natural Science Museum downtown. 4 levels or 4 areas of different things on display. Awesome. We've got a blog post I can share with you in the notes and a video.
Yep.
And across from there is the Museum of History. You've got the Contemporary Art Museum and, of course, the Museum of Art. And the Sports Hall of Fame is inside the Museum of History as well, which I've been to.
Yeah, all great and free. So good way to spend a bit of time, learn a little bit more about Raleigh's history and culture. You mentioned sport. Great time to cheer on some local sport teams in Raleigh during the summer. We have the Carolina Mudcats who play out at Zebulon, so they have a lot of nighttime games. We have the Durham Bulls. That's one of our favourite things to do. We do it every summer. We meet up with one of our friends out there. We've just got a reel that we put out on This Is Raleigh Instagram. You can check that out about our night at the Durham Bulls recently. We caught the Amtrak train there. Not sure if we'd do that again, but it was a good experience anyway.
No, the problem with the Amtrak is the last train back from Durham to Raleigh left at, 9:30?
Yeah,
and
so you missed the fireworks.
The game goes past that, and you could miss the awesome fireworks. I have awesome fireworks on a Friday night.
And the other challenge is, because you're catching a train that's coming from New York City, there's just far too much opportunity for things to go wrong and for there to be delays. So our train was delayed by 50 minutes, so we did miss a part of the first innings. So if you do catch the Amtrak, it's only $6, so it is pretty good. Just give yourself plenty of time to make it there.
Yeah, maybe get the earlier one and do a few things in Durham in the afternoon.
Yeah, good idea. And sport, there's also the soccer teams, the Courage, which is the female team, and then we have the males. What are they called?
The men? NC.
What's the name of their team?
The NC football team.
There you go.
Yeah.
We haven't seen the males play yet.
Sorry, guys. We're all about the women in soccer. NC, North Carolina's huge in women's soccer. Just look at the history of UNC's women team. Like, they've won multiple national championships. But yeah, we've been to a few games at the Wakemead Soccer Park in Carey, which is a good venue. Yeah. And watched the women play, and they're a great team.
It's good. It's a really nice night out. It's not too expensive.
No.
But it's nice. Sometimes they'll have like markets out there. Last weekend or the weekend before, they had a Pride Festival. So check out the schedule and see if anything like that is happening.
Yeah.
They have a few games, both teams, the males and the females, have a couple of games going on this month. so that you can get out there and support.
Nighttime, of course. So not in the middle of the day.
No. And, another one for the kids that's indoors is Defy Gravity,
Yeah.
which is our kids love to go to that. There's one at Apex. I think there's one at North Raleigh, but it's just a little bouncing place. So you just bounce on trampolines, do ninja courses and...
Big place, actually.
Yeah, it's huge.
Big trampoline bounce around and different obstacle type things related to bouncing around. Yeah, we've got a membership for our youngest daughter. She goes there with her friends from school.
Yeah, so it's worth it if they go there quite a lot to get a membership. So check that out too.
Mm-hmm.
Some more fun activities outside. You might want to go zip lining.
Yeah.
That's near Falls Lake.
Mm-hmm.
Go Ape, and they have obstacle course, high ropes course, different levels depending on the age of your kids, and the black level for obviously the hardest, and adults and anyone, if kids are game, they can do that too.
Yep.
All right, now we have a couple of, this is for the adults, this one, relaxing, enjoying a sunset, the somewhat cooler evening hours with a cocktail or a drink, a couple of good rooftop bars.
Yeah, we can. You can see the sunset actually from the 10th and Terrace rooftop bar. At the top of the Residence Inn downtown Raleigh, which is a great rooftop lounge. You get sweeping views over like the forest towards the southern part of the city, up Western Boulevard and Dix Park. And it's right near, overlooks the Duke Energy Centre Performing Arts at the end of Fayetteville Street. Yeah, it's a great location.
It really is. Really nice view from up there. The other one we really love is the Willard. It's just a pretty skyline from there. You see loads of trees and the buildings, and you get the pretty like mural thing that's on the side of that parking garage there that really blends in with the forest.
Yep.
It makes it feel like the forest is extending up into the sky. It's really cool.
Yeah,
it's
the
a nice
Willard's
view.
above the AC Hotel on Glenwood Avenue in the Glenwood South area.
Yep.
And the other one is also above the AC Hotel, but in North Hills, level 7.
Level 7.
Cool place for a cocktail or a, beverage, adult beverage.
We really need to do a post of rooftop bars in Raleigh. Let us know, please. Send us your recommendations of other rooftops that we need to check out because I don't believe we've done them all quite yet, but we're planning on it. Okay, let's talk about festivals because you know what? Summer doesn't have as many festivals as other times in the year. Just because it's so hot, people are travelling because it's summer break and stuff. So they don't have as many. But there's still a couple of good ones and they're coming up. So if you listen to this, it's not too late. And next weekend we've got the Beer, Bourbon and Barbecue Festival out at Coca Booth.
Yep.
So if you like that kind of stuff, head on down there. It's meant to be a really great experience. And then coming up soon is the Hopscotch Music Festival.
Yeah, both popular events. Haven't been to Hopscotch. We need to try and get there too. That would be cool.
Do that this year, I think.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and do both, I think.
Yeah, but we love Cocoa Booth. There's a venue on the lake there at Carey, around the pine forest. Beautiful setting.
Beautiful.
Beer, barbecue and bourbon. Like, can't go wrong there. I think it goes all weekend.
2 days, yeah.
2 days?
Yep. And Cocoa Booth is also great. See if you can find get to a concert there, or they do have summer movies too that you can go to. It's my favourite place for a concert.
Yeah.
So definitely try and fit that in the summer. They don't have that many more coming up for the season. So
now, speaking of concerts, that was another thing on our list, and that was the one thing we loved about Raleigh, the summer concert season. We've been to a few concerts.
Yeah,
and,
it's great.
Walnut Creek, obviously, is the big venue. Coastal Credit Union Music Park at Walnut Creek. Jack Johnson's playing in August. We've seen him several times in Raleigh.
Yep.
Hopefully we can get to that too.
I hope so.
And then, there's a good lineup. Obviously, he's gone now, but Dave Matthews plays there every year. That concert's already been. Fish was popular. Although placed on Friday night. I'm not too familiar with them actually, but they seem to be pretty big.
Okay. I don't know them. Fish.
Not F, Phish.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah. All right. I might check them out on Spotify after this podcast.
Our boy's playing there too. I think it's like the week before Jack. Keithy Urban.
Keithy Urban's playing there, and there's
Can you imagine the women? They'll be going crazy.
Yeah, and the men too. You know, you've got a man crush on him.
I've got a man crush on Keith.
You've got a man crush on Keith.
My boy from down under. He's a dude.
We do know him. Actually, we have a friend in Australia who knows him. So
oh, shit,
no, but we have a friend in Australia who knows Keith. So we're like only 1 degree of separation.
Well, I know his wife, Nicole. Just joking.
Next comment. But guess who else is coming to Red Hat Amphitheatre?
Who?
And it may be next week or the week after. Rick Springfield, which you're probably going to say, who's that? But the support for Rick Springfield, Men at Work.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Bruce.
No, Men at Work.
The boss. Oh, Men at Work. Should we sing it?
Yeah. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I come from a land down under. The
beers flowing and chunder.
Oh my God. If you don't know, chunder means throw up.
Yeah.
That's the class of Australians.
You better take cover. Oh.
So I think we need to go there because, you know, throwing the line about the Vegemite sandwich.
For their one big hit.
Yeah. No, they had some other hits.
They did.
They were good. But I'm sure a lot of Americans actually know them because of that song.
That'd be hilarious.
Something to think about. Maybe we might see you
there. We
there.
need to go to the mosh pit. They wouldn't have a mosh pit, but
maybe they'll pull us up on stage and we can dance with them.
Doubt it.
That'd be fun. All right, let's get out of Raleigh now. We're out of Raleigh. We've had our fun at the concerts and we want to get away because summer's closing out and we still want to enjoy the great getaway spots around Raleigh, easy access, even day trip access. Mm-hmm. So you all know that we love the Raleigh beaches. We've got a post on beaches that are just 3-hour drive away in a podcast. So check that out so you can figure out which beach destination in the Carolinas to get to this summer. It's not too late. And actually, September is our favourite time to go to the beach.
Yes. The closest one is just over 2 hours, Wrightsville Beach. And you got Carolina Beach is pretty close, Topsail. Topsail.
We've got to be, we're locals. Topsail.
Well, don't try and get me to say Curry Beach.
Curry. That's a strange one, isn't it?
It's a strange one.
There you go.
Not strange beach, strange pronunciation. Of the name.
Very strange. And we're hoping to be down the beach, Carolina Beach, in September for friends' birthday celebrations. Mm-hmm. And then keeping in the theme of cooling down with our getaways, we can go to Wet and Wild. You can go there just for a day at Greensboro. We recently went. We're going to record a podcast after this one about theme parks near Raleigh. Wet and Wild in Greensboro. It's just over an hour away, right?
Like 75 minutes.
That's perfect. You can go out there for the day and just swim, go on, roller coasters, but they're actually water slides, and just have a fun time.
Yeah, if your kids love water slides, wave pool.
Yeah.
Splash areas. Yeah, Wet and Wild was cool.
We liked it a lot. And the wave pool was pretty big because then we went to the wave pool at Carowinds, which was super tiny and it was too packed. I couldn't handle it to get out. But nice for a cool down anyway. And so speaking of Carowinds, it's another theme park. Mm-hmm. We have a blog post on Carowinds and Wet and Wild with loads of tips to help you plan for a great experience there. But Carowinds, some people might think, why would you go in the middle of summer? It's extremely hot. You have the water park in there so that you can cool down, but also there's less crowds. There's no waiting on lines.
Yeah. It was a pretty impressive water park, actually. Like the wave pool wasn't that big, but they had a lot of cool slides.
Was good, yeah.
But yeah, awesome. 14 roller coasters. Like I don't think I've been to a park that has so many roller coasters.
I haven't either. I was impressed.
Like you could just do roller coasters all day.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2.5 hours away in Charlotte. We actually stayed overnight. We went on a Friday. Again, if you want to go in the middle of school vacations, try and avoid the weekend. We went on a Friday, get there at opening time, and we stayed overnight. There's a hotel connected to the park, SpringHill Suites.
Yeah.
You just walk out of the park 5 minutes at 10 p.m. and go to bed.
Yeah, it was good. It was a really good experience. And so Colora wants to have her birthday party there this year.
Yeah.
So we might
it took us 10
back.
years of living in Raleigh to get to Carowinds because we usually end up in Orlando and stuff, or Busch Gardens in Virginia. But yeah, we'll get back for sure.
Yeah.
And they have Carowinds. If you're listening to this, Carowinds in Halloween is a very famous themed event they have there. They just have paid actors dressed up in crazy costumes and scare the living bejesus out of you.
That's right. And that will be in our fall bucket list. We're going to put that one in there, and I think we might make an effort to go.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, our eldest daughter went there a couple of years ago and is still having nightmares.
Yeah, she's not that keen to go back because it did really scare her, which is funny. And her other friend's daughter went and she hid in Starbucks the entire time because she was like not going to go out there and deal with the scary people. But anyway, so that's pretty much our bucket list. There's a few more things on there, but as we said, we have a blog post, thisisraleigh.com. You can just search for Summer Bucket List. It's actually on the homepage. You can find it there. Click on it, get more information about each of the things that we've spoken about. Join our email community and you can get the printable checklist. Print it off, keep it nearby, and you've always got something to do this summer.
Yep.
Let us know what else you'd add to it, actually. We'd love to know your tips.
Yeah, we're just scratching the surface. Summer loving in Raleigh, guys. Thanks for listening. Appreciate it. Subscribe, share the love. If you know someone who's interested in our podcast on Raleigh, share that. And we'll catch you soon.
Yep. See you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.